Hi YouTube, Prep Girl here. This is my first video, and I had been urged to make a video, start making videos on YouTube after my radio show started. And I had been kind of hesitant to do this for a while for a couple of reasons. The first of which is the fact that I am not at my ideal weight. And I think that's a big issue for a lot of other women. And so I guess I wanted to kind of give a little quick disclaimer about that. I had my son a couple years ago, and I've had some serious hormone issues. I used to be very, very fit. I used to jog, or actually run, really, I guess it's more like running, several miles a day, eat pretty darn healthy, live a very active lifestyle. And I guess being part of that whole sheep mentality before I was awakened did not help with the fact that I couldn't lose weight. And so, that has been an issue for me about making videos. I'm afraid that I guess not afraid, but I'm concerned that I will get mostly, negative responses, and the fact that, oh, well, if you can't take care of yourself, then how can you making YouTube videos about how people should be prepared when you're not prepared? And to address this, I'm only going to say, I work out several times a week. I'm very active during the weekends. I love to ocean kayak and hike and do all those kind of things. And so I'm working on it. And hopefully, maybe this can go as what should I say? An encouragement to other women, or even men for that matter, who are in the prepping community who are overweight, or are kind of staying in the shadows because they're overweight too. And they don't, want to be embarrassed or to have people say, well, you're not prepared, or people even worse, to think that they have to be at a certain body type or a certain body image to start prepping, because that's the farthest thing from the truth. And I'm going to be working on this in my upcoming blogs. I'm going to be starting going through a new lifestyle change, not a diet, but a lifestyle change, going to more whole foods, more real foods, less McDonald's, and more, beans and rice, actual foods that are good for you and are not so processed. And so I'm going to be discussing that. Actually, that's my next show episode. And I'm going to be discussing on my blog also, and hopefully keep y'all updated on how that's going. And the other reason I was a little hesitant to do YouTube videos was the fact that I'm very concerned about the fact that people are depending on YouTube for a lot of their information, which, not that YouTube is not great. There are some awesome videos and some awesome people doing videos, but in the eventuality that that something happens, shit hits the fan, as it were, we will not have the ability to get on YouTube and check out how to make a water still. But if Prepping Now, which is my blog name, did a blog on making a water still, a solar still, or you could go on there, you print it out while everything's still good and great right now, and if something does happen, you've got it putting away in a binder on your prepping library shelf, And so that's really important to me. So no matter what, I plan to keep doing the blog, and I plan to keep doing the radio show. I don't know how you could store that in a way that would be hard copy, that you could have with you. Maybe we can start doing a transcript of the show. Last show's episode really wouldn't be helpful. I did an episode about thought product placement in the media, how the media uses, just in the same way they use products to encourage you to buy certain things, that they would use thoughts to help you think certain things or have certain opinions. And check it out. It's on my blog. You can replay the episode if you're interested in what that's about. But that wouldn't really be helpful if there was a, SHTF scenario. But anyway, so now that I've got all that through and I'm going to be doing videos, I guess, I want to discuss tons of stuff. I've got so many ideas, and like I said, I'm new to the prepping community. So I'm finding out new stuff all the time. And I want to share that with people, and I would like people who are new to learn that kind of stuff too, and also people who've been doing it a while to reach out a hand and help someone who doesn't know as much. You hear my son laughing in the background. Anyway, that's what my show, my blog, and everything are all about. An open forum for people to get together, discuss prepping issues, discuss self-reliance issues, discuss what's going on in the economy, in the and what's going on with our government, what's going on locally, what's going on globally. Get together and talk about it. My show, whenever it plays, which all the shows do on prepping, the Preppers Broadcasting Network, they all play with live, and they also have a chat room running concurrently with the show. And so that is a really great place to be in. If you want to check out a show and you get on there and someone, they're doing the show, and a guest may say, well, I always keep this in my bug out bag, and you could say, well, type something in and say, well, I always keep this, and I think this is a little better than that, and they will discuss it on the show because they're keeping an eye on what's going on in the chat. And I've had that happen a couple times on my show where someone mentioned something, and so I kind of backtracked a little bit and we started discussing that. And so it's really cool. It's almost like, I guess you could call it a live YouTube video. So if you love YouTube and you love all the information there, you should check that out, because you can get, live, live discussion, and you can call in. You're all, listeners are always encouraged to call in, no matter what. And so, well, I shouldn't say no matter what. I'm sure there, might be something going on where that, you shouldn't call in. But most of the time, the shows are open for call in, and they like it. It's helpful. It's great to have a discussion about things, or have the community be involved. And so those are the kind of places where I'm going with my show. And like I said, my show's kind of geared towards people who are new, but also people who want to lend a hand to other people. So if you're in any of those categories, then you should check it out. And it is called Prepping Now, and it's on Blog Talk Radio, which is the Prepping Broadcasting Network, the specific network that you're going to be looking for. And I have a link on my blog. I'm sure I'll put up a link on the YouTube page too. And my blog is called Prepping Now, same thing as the show, but it's on Blogspot. So it's preppingnow.blogspot.com. And I would love it if y'all would check it out and kind of tell me what you think. And hopefully we'll get some great discussions going and some great comments. And I'm going to be working with Prepping News coming up in the future, hopefully. I really like the stuff that they're doing, so maybe being just doing a little special, 3-minute piece every once in a while or something, to kind of bring our, that's the great thing about the prepper community, is we can, come together and discuss things together, and trade off, well, you mentioned mine, I'll mention yours, and all that great stuff. So, and there's lots of great people that I'm going to have on my show too, a lot of great preppers that you're probably pretty familiar with. And I would love it if you would, take the time to just check it out and see who's coming up. Maybe it's a prepper that you love, I've talked with several of them, and I got several in line waiting for a show that specifically goes to what their best knowledge base is. So, check it out and let me know what you think, and I guess rate, comment, subscribe. Now that I'm doing YouTube, I have to say that. And just keep watching for more videos. Thank you.